Hello my dear students, myself Miss Vaishali Dekate. I am teaching you mathematics in standard 7th. Children, today we are going to start our mathematics with chapter number 1, geometrical constructions. But before that, subscribe my channel by pressing subscribe at right side and pressing the bell icon also to get my next videos of next chapters. Let's recall. In previous classes, we have learnt about the line, line segment, angle, angle bisector, etc. We measure an angle in degrees. If angle ABC measures 40 degree, we write it as measure angle ABC equal to 40 degree. Now children, let us know about angle bisector. You see the figure of angle ABC alongside. An angle bisector divides an angle into two equal parts. Is ray BM the bisector of angle ABC? We have to find out whether the ray BM is bisector of angle ABC or not. For that, what we have to do, we will first measure angle ABC by using our protractor. If measure angle ABC is 40 degree, ABC is 40 degree, then due to ray BM, this ray BM, we can see here, this ray BM divides angle ABC into two equal angles. Which are those two equal angles? We can see here, it is angle ABM and angle CBM. They are these two angles we have to measure. So by using our protractor, we will be measuring this angle ABM and angle CBM, and these two angles are of 20 degree. That means due to this ray BM, angle ABC is divided into two equal angles, 20 degree into these two equal angles. Angle ABC gets divided, and that's why we can say that ray BM is the bisector of angle ABC. Bisector means it bisects into two equal, bi means two. So it gets divided into two equal parts. We will see the construction in practice set 1. But before that, let's see the other construction. Perpendicular bisector of line segment. Here we can see a line segment. Draw a line segment PS of length 4 cm. This PS is of 4 cm. We can see here. PS is of 4 cm. And draw perpendicular bisector. Name it line CD. This line CD is a perpendicular bisector of segment PS. So how will you verify that CD is perpendicular bisector or not? First we have to measure an angle, any one angle which is formed here. Here we can see four angles are formed. Angle CMS, then angle CMP, then DMS and angle DMP. We can measure any one of the angles. You can measure all four angles also. When we measure this angle CMS, we get it as 90 degree. So angle CMS is 90 degree. Okay. Now next, we have to see that whether length PM is equal to length SM or not. CMS is 90 degree. And then we have to measure PM and SM. As PS is 4 cm, PM is 2 cm and SM is 2 cm. So PS is divided into two equal parts. So length PM and length SM are equal, and we get 90 degree angle here. So when the 90 degree angle is formed, it is called perpendicular, and when two equal parts, the segment gets divided, it is called bisector. So due to this line CD, This PS is divided into two equal parts, PM and SM, and here CMS, CMP, DMP and DMS, all four 90-degree angles are formed. So that's why we can say that line CD is perpendicular bisector of length PS. Now let us see the next construction. The property of the angle bisector of a triangle. Draw any triangle PQR. Use compass to draw the bisectors of all these three angles. Extend the bisectors if necessary so that they intersect one another. These three bisectors pass through the same point, and that is why they are concurrent. We can see that they are passing through this same point, point I. Here this point I is there, and we can see all the broken lines or dotted lines. All these dotted lines are nothing but the bisector of all three angles. So these bisectors pass through the same point, and that point is point I, and that's why we can say that bisectors are concurrent. Name the point of concurrence I. Note that the point of concurrence of angle bisector of triangle is in the interior of the triangle. So we can see that this point of concurrence of angle bisector of a triangle is in the interior of the triangle. Then we have to draw perpendiculars IA, IB, IC respectively from I on the sides of the triangle. We can use our set square for drawing these perpendiculars. So we have to draw on all three sides, side PQ, side QR, side PR, and we have to measure the lengths of this perpendicular. After measuring, what we can find out? We can see that IA is equal to IB is equal to IC. That means length of perpendiculars is equal. Now let's see next construction. The property of perpendicular bisectors of sides of a triangle. Use a ruler to draw an acute angle triangle and an obtuse angle triangle. Draw the perpendicular bisectors of each side of these two triangles. In each triangle, note that the perpendicular bisectors of sides are concurrent. What do we mean by concurrent? Again, all the three perpendicular pass through the one point only. Here, in both the diagrams, we can see that the perpendicular bisectors are passing through this point C. Okay, so name their point of concurrence C. Measure the distance between C and vertices of the triangle. So when we measure the distance between C and vertices of the triangle, that means in the first triangle we have to measure XC, then YC, and then ZC. Similarly, here also we have to measure XC, YC and ZC, and when we measure that, we can see that all the three distances are equal. So measure the distance between C and the vertices of triangle. Note that CX equal to CY equal to CZ. Now next is observe the point of location of concurrence of perpendicular bisector. So what we can observe? In acute angle triangle, the point of concurrence is in the interior of the triangle, but in obtuse angle triangle, the point of concurrence is in the exterior of the triangle. It is outside of the triangle. So what we have seen, the angle bisectors of triangles are concurrent. Their point of concurrence is called incenter, and it is shown by letter I. And the perpendicular bisectors of sides of triangle are concurrent. Their point of concurrence is called the circumcenter, as shown by letter C. So point of concurrence of angle bisector is called incenter. This is incenter. It is denoted by letter I, and point of concurrence of perpendicular bisector is known as circumcenter. It is denoted by letter C. Now let us see practice set 1. So now let's start practice set 1. Question number 1 is to draw line segments of lengths given below, and we have to draw the perpendicular bisector. So these types of constructions we have seen in our lower standard in 6th standard. So let us see how to draw this. So first sum is we have to draw a line segment of 5.3 centimeter, and we will be drawing perpendicular bisector of 5.3 centimeter long line segment. So let us first use our ruler for drawing a line segment of 5.3 centimeter. See children, I am using my pen to draw the line segment so that it is visible to you all clearly. You have to use pencil only. You will be drawing all the constructions with pencil only. So let us see. First we have to draw line segment of 5.3 centimeter. So from 0 to 5.3 means after 5, third line will be 5.3. See the third line here, exact at the third line we have to put the point, and then join these 2 points, point at 0 and point at 5.3. Join these 2 points. So in this way we have drawn a segment of 5.3 centimeter long. I am writing here 5.3 centimeter. Now these 2 points, you can give any name, maybe segment AB. Now we will have to draw perpendicular bisector of this segment AB. For this we will be using our compass or rounder, placing this pointer on point A. We will measure this distance AB in our compass, and we just decrease the distance a bit. We are not going to decrease much distance. Let us see, the distance should be more than half of segment AB. It should be more than half. It should not be exact AB, or it should not be exact half of the AB. It should be more than half. You have to take it approximately. It should not be anything exact. Okay, so it is approximately more than half the distance of segment AB. Now placing this pointer on point A, I will be drawing an arc on the upside, above of segment AB, and below of segment AB, downside also. Okay, so I have drawn a big arc, 2 big arcs on upside of segment AB and on downside of segment AB also. Now placing this pointer on B, I will be drawing the second arcs which intersect the first arc. So let us see. In this way they intersect the first arc. We can rub out the extra portion of these arcs like this. You can keep the arcs smaller, otherwise you can keep them as it is. Now after drawing these 2 arcs, we have got 2 points on the upside above segment AB and 1 below segment AB. We are going to join these 2 points to get our perpendicular bisector. So let us join these 2 points. So we can give any name to this point, maybe C and D. So line CD is perpendicular bisector of seg AB. It bisects segment AB into 2 equal parts. So we can give any name to the midpoint of segment AB. We have to show these 2 equal parts by drawing 2 horizontal lines, same symbol, and here 90-degree angle is formed, and that's why CD is called perpendicular bisector. So all these angles are 90 degree and AB is divided into two equal parts, AO and BO. Now same way we are going to draw the second diagram. 6.7 centimeter long segment we will be drawing by using R scale. So 6.7 means from 0 till 6.7. After 6, 7th point. I am going to put a point here. So this segment is of 6.7 centimeter of length. 6.7 centimeter of length. Now we can give any name, PQ. Now we will be using our rounder for drawing the arcs. The distance should be approximately more than half. Now let us see. We have to draw one arc above sec PQ and another arc below sec PQ. Same way we are going to do from point Q also, so that we get 2 points, one above segment PQ and second below segment PQ, and we are going to draw a line passing through these 2 points by using our ruler. This may be line ST. Here 90-degree angle is formed. We can give any name to this point, maybe point R, and PR is equal to QR. In this way, two equal parts of PQ are made. So here we can write, first diagram we can write length AB is equal to length, not AB, length AO is equal to length BO, and major angle COB is equal to 90 degree. Same thing we can write here, length PR equal to length QR, and major angle SRQ or SRP, any one angle we have to take, is equal to 90 degree. Now let us see the third sum from this question. 3.8 centimeter long segment we have to draw. So let us take 3.8 centimeter distance by using ruler. 0 to 3.8. After 3, it is 8th line. So in this way we have drawn a small segment of 3.8 centimeter long. Maybe this is segment XY. We give the points name XY. Now we will be using our compass rounder for drawing an arc. We take more than half distance in the compass. By placing the pointer on point X, we draw one arc above and another arc below of segment XY. Now placing our pointer on point Y. Once again I will be drawing because it was little shaky. Now let us see again. From point X I am drawing one arc. Now from point Y I will be drawing the other arc which intersect the first arc below also. In this way we have got 2 points. Make them little dark so we can draw our line properly by using the ruler. So in this way we can draw a perpendicular bisector. We can give any name to the line. Maybe this is line AB. This point is O. Here 90 degree angle is formed and OX is equal to OY. Length OX is equal to length OY and major angle AOX is equal to 90 degree. In this way we can draw perpendicular bisectors. Question number 2 is draw angles of the measures given below and draw their bisectors. So we have to draw angles and their bisectors. Let us see how to draw. So let's first draw angle by using our ruler and protractor. I'm going to draw a ray. Any ray we have to draw. There is no measurement for this ray. As you all can see, I'm drawing one ray over here. Okay, this is a ray. This point is A and we can give any point here B. So any ray we have drawn here. Now we have to draw an angle of 105 degrees. So I am going to place my protractor on point A like this. See that this baseline of protractor and our ray should coincide with each other. Place the protractor properly on the line on the ray. Now let us see, the ray is on the right hand side of point A. It is on the right hand side of point A. So we start from the 0 of right hand side point of point A. We start counting from the 0 of right hand side. We will not count from 180. We don't go in the opposite direction like this, 180, 170, 160. We always start counting from this 0 of right hand side, 0, 10, 20 like this till 105 we have to count. So 105 will come between 100 and 110. So between 100 and 110 here we can see 105 is there. We have to mark the point over there. Then we will be joining this point with point A. We have joined this point with point A and this is our 105 degree angle. Now we have to bisect this angle. We will be bisecting the angle by using our compass. Now we are going to place this pointer on vertex A and make one arc on side AB and the other arc on side AC. This point is point C. We can write here point C. So we have made two arcs by using our compass on side AB and side AC. We can make these points little dark. Where these arcs intersect the side, make the points dark. Now by increasing the distance in the compass a bit, we place this pointer on this point of intersection of arc and side. Place it here and then draw the other arc inside the angle, in the interior of the angle. We will be drawing one arc from this point and we will be drawing the second arc from the second point which intersect the first arc. And this way we get the point of intersection of two arcs inside the angle. We are going to join this point with the vertex A of angle. And this may be point D. So in this way AD, ray AD is the angle bisector of angle BAC. So due to this ray AD, angle BAC is divided into two equal angles. Major angle CAD is equal to major angle BAD. So CAD and BAD are congruent angles. Now same way we will be drawing the second angle of 55 degree. First I am going to draw a ray of any measurement. So I have drawn a ray. Now I have drawn the ray in the opposite side. This may be ray QP. Now as my point Q is here, I place my protractor on the point Q. Now ray is on the left hand side, so I start counting from the 0 of left hand side. Now here, because the ray was on the, my segment was on the right hand side, I started counting from the 0 of right hand side. Now here my segment is on the left hand side, so I started counting from the 0 of left hand side till 55 I have to count. 0, 10, 20, 50 and 60. Between 15 and 60, 55 will be there. So here between 15 and 60 I have marked a point. I will join this point with vertex Q. and this way 55-degree angle we have got. Now for bisecting the angle, same procedure is there. We will bisect by using our compass. The distance should be little small, and then place this pointer on point Q and then draw arcs on side QP and another arc on side QR. We can give this point, name the point as point R. So this will be side QR. So in this way we have got 2 points on side PQ and second point on side QR. Make the points little dark so we can draw the arcs in the interior of the angle. So from placing the pointer on this point, we have to draw one arc inside the angle. Then placing the pointer on the second point, we have to draw the second arc. In this way we have got one point of intersection of two arcs. We are going to join the vertex Q with this point. This point may be point S, and in this way this angle PQR is divided into two equal angles, angle RQS and angle PQS. So major angle RQS is equal to major angle PQS. Now let us see the third sum. 90-degree angle we have to draw. So for drawing 90-degree angle, again we have to draw one ray over here. So I am drawing a ray of any measurement. This may be ray CD. Now we have to draw angle of 90 degree. I am placing my pointer, my protractor on point C, and in this way here 90-degree angle we are getting. We can draw second ray from point C, and this may be our point B. BCD, angle of 90 degree we have drawn. Now next step is again same. We have to take a protractor. We will place this pointer on vertex C. We draw one arc on side BC and another arc on side DC. In this way we have got 2 points, one on side BC, another on side DC. Now from these 2 points we are going to draw the arcs inside our angle. We place this pointer here, place it properly, draw one arc inside the angle, and second arc should intersect the first arc in this way. Make the point little dark so we can join the point with vertex C. We can give the name to this point A, and in this way we have got two equal angles. Angle BCA is equal to angle DCA. Angle BCA is equal to angle DCA. In this way we have to draw angle bisectors. So question number 3 is draw an obtuse angle triangle and right angle triangle. We have to draw both these triangles first. Then find the points of concurrence of angle bisectors of each triangle. So we have to draw angle bisector. Where do the points of concurrence lie? We have to find the position of point of concurrence. So as you all can see, I have already drawn one obtuse angle triangle, triangle ABC. Why it is obtuse angle triangle? Because its one angle is greater than 90 degree. As you all can see, this angle is greater than 90 degree. This is 105 degree. Angle B is 105 degree, and that's why it is obtuse angle triangle. Now we have to draw angle bisectors of each angle of this triangle. So one by one we are going to draw the angle bisectors. I will be drawing from point A first. I am taking any distance in my compass and I am going to draw two arcs. Placing my pointer on vertex A, I am going to draw one arc on side AB, other arc on side AC. And this way I have got 2 points, one on side AB, another on side AC. Now I will be drawing two intersecting arcs from these 2 points. See that the pointer should be placed properly. Then I will be drawing the second arc from the second point. I have to increase my first arc. Okay, so in this way I have got the point of intersection of these two arcs. Okay, now what I am going to do, I am going to join this point with vertex A. Let me use my other pen so the angle bisector is visible properly to you all. So this is my point of intersection, and this way I can join to vertex A, and this is my first bisector. I can give any name, maybe P here. AP is the bisector of angle A. Now we have to draw bisector of angle B. So I will be drawing the bisector of angle B by using compass again. From point B, I am going to draw one arc on side AB and the other arc on side BC. I will make the points little dark so that I can draw other two arcs from these 2 points. I am going to increase the distance little bit, and I will be drawing the other arcs from these 2 points. Okay, so in this way I have got this point of intersection of these 2 arcs. I am going to join it with vertex B. Sorry, it is like this. Your pencil should not be shaky. So here I can give name BQ. This BQ is the second angle bisector of angle B. Now we have to draw angle bisector of angle C. So from C again I am going to draw 2 arcs, one on side AC and another on side BC like this. I will make the points little dark where the arc intersect to the side. Now I am going to draw the arcs. This is the one arc and this way second arc. Okay, let me make it little big. So in this way I have got the other arc here, other point of intersection here. Now I am going to join this point with vertex C. This is the point of intersection and let us join it. And this way here we have got the point of intersection of these 3 arcs, which is denoted by I, and we can write it as the point of concurrence. Here we can give any name P, Q and R, C, R. So point of concurrence, here we can write triangle ABC is obtuse angled triangle, and point of concurrence of angle bisectors lies in the interior of triangle ABC. We can see that the point of concurrence lies in the interior of the triangle ABC. Now let us draw 90-degree angle, that is right angle triangle. Now next we have to draw any right angle triangle. Any means we don't have given any measurement, we have to take any measurement of our own. So I am drawing the right angle triangle of any measurements. As you all can see, first I have drawn this base side, then I can mark a point at 90 degree, as we have to draw right angle triangle, so one angle should be of 90 degree. So I have marked a point at 90 degree here. This is the point of 90 degree. Now we can join these 2 points, and in this way we have got this 90 degree angle here, and this is the triangle ABC, which is right angle triangle. Now we have to draw angle bisectors of all 3 angles, angle A, angle B and angle C. So let us draw in the same procedure. We are going to draw, we are following the same method. First we will be using our compass to draw the arcs on side AB and side AC. From vertex A, I have drawn 2 arcs, one on side AB and other on side AC, and in this way we have got 2 points on these 2 sides. I am going to mark these points little dark. Now from these 2 points we have to draw 2 more arcs which intersect each other. So let us draw the arcs which intersect each other. So in this way here we have got a point of intersection, and this point of intersection we are going to join with point A, with vertex A, and in this way we will get the bisector of angle A. Similarly, we have to get the bisector of angle B. You can give any name here, maybe P, point P. So AP is the bisector, ray AP is the bisector of angle A. Now let us find out the bisector of angle B. From B, keeping this pointer on B, we have to first draw one arc on side AB, second arc on side BC like this, and then we will make these points little dark so we can draw the 2 intersecting arcs from these 2 points. So let us draw 2 intersecting arcs from these 2 points. This is the first arc. Now second arc. Okay, in this way we have got one point of intersection of these 2 arcs, and this point of intersection I am going to join with the vertex B. See that it should be precise. So as you all can see, I have joined it and we have got this BQ as the bisector of angle B. Now we have to get the bisector of angle C. So we will be applying the same procedure. From point C we will be drawing 2 arcs, one on side CA and another on side BC, and in this way we have got these 2 points on side CA and side CB. We will make these points little dark so we can draw 2 intersecting arcs from these 2 points. So from the keeping this pointer on this point, I have drawn 1 arc. Now I have to draw the second intersecting arc to this. Okay, so in this way I have drawn the second intersecting arc here, and I have got the point of intersection. Now I will be joining this point of intersection with C, vertex C. And this way we have got this point of concurrence I. This is the point of concurrence we can write here. This is the point of concurrence. So we have drawn this angle ABC as right angle triangle. Triangle ABC is a right angle triangle. And the point of concurrence of angle bisectors lies in the interior of the triangle. Interior of the triangle ABC. In this way we can write the explanation about the point of intersection or point of concurrence of angle bisectors. Let's see question number 4 now. Draw a right angle triangle and draw the perpendicular bisectors of its sides. Where does the points of concurrence lie? So as you all can see, I already have drawn triangle ABC, which is right angle triangle. We don't have any measurement for the sides. You can take any measurement for this side. Side AB, side BC, side AC can be of any measurement. First draw side BC as the base side. Then put your protractor on point B and you can draw 90-degree ray properly, and then draw segment AC, and in this way we can draw a right angle triangle. Now we have to draw perpendicular bisectors. Perpendicular bisectors are of sides. So we will be drawing the perpendicular bisectors of side BC, side AB and side AC by using our compass. Now let us see how to draw it. We will first draw the perpendicular bisector of side BC. We take more than half distance in the compass and then placing our protractor properly on point B, on vertex B, and we will be drawing arcs above and below of side BC. Similarly, from point C also I will be drawing other two arcs which intersect the first two arcs. And in this way I have got these 2 points here. And then we can join these 2 points for getting the perpendicular bisector of side BC. So in this way, this is the perpendicular bisector of side BC. BC is divided into 2 equal parts. Now same thing we are going to do for side AB also. Now I am going to take more than half distance in my compass. As you all can see, in compass we are having more than half distance of side AB. Now I am going to draw one arc on right hand side. Okay, one arc is on the right hand side, other arc is on the left hand side of side AB. Now we are going to draw the arcs which intersect the previous arcs by placing the pointer on vertex A. Okay, so in this way I have got 2 points here and here. I am going to join these 2 points. Join the points carefully. So this is the perpendicular bisector of seg AB, and AB is divided into 2 equal parts. Okay, now we are going to draw perpendicular bisector of side AC. For side AC, I will be taking more than half distance of side AC in my compass. You can see side AC, I have taken more than half distance. Now I will place my pointer properly on point C and I am going to draw one arc. Like this, okay. On the left hand side also and on the right hand side also, we can rub the extra portion of the arc afterwards, after getting the second arcs also. Let us see. From point A, placing the pointer on point A, we have to draw the second arcs here also and we join the previous arc. Now let me rub out the extra portion of these arcs. As you all can see, I have rubbed out the extra portion. So we are getting two arcs here. I am going to make them little dark. Now we are going to draw a line passing through these 2 points. Draw the line properly, carefully. In this way, here on AC we have got 90-degree angle because it is perpendicular bisector and AC is divided into 2 equal parts. As you all can see, where this point of intersection of these perpendicular bisectors lie, it is on the side AC, and side AC is nothing but the hypotenuse of right angle triangle ABC. Here we can give name to this point. As point of concurrence is denoted by C, we write here C, and this point we have to change. We can write D here. Instead of C, we will be writing D here. Okay, so triangle ABD is a right angle triangle and then point of concurrence of perpendicular bisectors lies on the hypotenuse side, AD. Okay, so in this way we can write the answer, we can draw the diagrams.
Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.